Money FM 89.3. Best of breakfast. Companies to watch.
All right, time to just do it and do it with Dan Koh, who's in the house for companies to watch.
Yes, and just do it, Emad Akhtar. He wants to join us as well. So he's doing the companies to watch with us today with Ryan and myself.
I cannot believe you've roped me into this without my consent, but here we are.
Emad, just do it. Welcome to Companies to Watch. This is a segment where we ask the question, is it going to be a hot or not? That's right. It's a triple whammy today from the three guys in the studio. So today we are asking the question, is it a hot or not on Nike? Are you a huge fan of Nike, Emad?
I am, but unfortunately, I'm not wearing Nike right now. So I've got Lululemon here.
Okay.
It's my blazer. And I've got Tommy Hilfiger for my shoes.
Wow.
And I don't know what my pants are. These are new.
Talk about fashion disaster. What about you, Ryan?
Yeah, I'm not a big fan of Nike. So,
what are you wearing, Dan?
Yeah, what about you, Dan?
I'm wearing Adidas, actually.
Right.
But I've got Nike shoes on.
But they're very old, huh?
Yeah, kind of
Talk
old,
about a fashion disaster.
Okay, well, when you hear of Nike, what comes to mind, guys?
Oh, actually, Air Jordans come to mind because
You're a
they're so
basketballer?
synonymous.
Yeah, that's fair.
The logo and I guess the shoes.
Yeah, the swooshes. What about you,
I
Emad?
like the dry fit t-shirts.
Oh, they're great, yeah. And I think they last long as well. Pretty cooling, I must say. But, well, lately, we're turning over to Nike because they have had a tough time navigating tougher terrains, macro headwinds, street policy and slowing, consumer discretionary spending, and stiff competition. So the latest earnings report that was released just recently would give us a window into whether Nike's comeback plan is working or just a hopeful narrative. So let's walk through the results, shall we? Well, a few points to take note of. The key thing that a lot of investors would be keeping an eye on would be their revenue, which is up 1% year on year to $11.7 billion.
Ka-ching.
Yes, profits took a hit though. I mean, we've got net income down about 31%. Earnings per share coming in at about 49 cents versus the 70 cents prior the year before. So margins were squeezed. Gross margin fell by about 3% to 42.2% due to discounts, unfavorable channel mix, as well as tariffs. And I think tariffs has been largely playing out in terms of what we're seeing in the retail sector. We're seeing how it's affecting a lot of businesses across the board, and at least at Nike, they're expecting costs to rise up to $1.5 billion annually. Yeah, that's a significant drag on profitability. I mean, have you guys been seeing discounts when you're shopping out now?
Not where I look. I don't look too closely at these things. Do you see any discounts?
Not for me. I haven't been shopping for any athleisure wear.
At the outlet stores where they sell these factory outlet stuff.
Or during clearance sales and stuff, yeah.
Perhaps.
Yeah.
Well, okay, that's one to look out for. Now, the split in channel performance is quite telling as well. I mean, we've got wholesales growing by about 7%, while Nike Direct, we're talking about the retail and digital stores, they declined by about 4%. Digital sales in particular took a hit by about 12%. Now, regionally, if we're talking about sales across the board, we've got North America showing more resilience, but Greater China continues to lag with revenue down by about 10%. And mind you, that marks the 5th consecutive quarter of weakness in China. So management is quite clear about this as well. The recovery is likely to be uneven and non-linear, with some categories like running and geographies like North America likely to bounce back slightly faster than the others, but it will still be a struggle. So Nike has delivered a beat versus expectations in revenue and earnings per share, but under the surface, we're seeing that the report reflects a company that's still highly under pressure from costs, tariffs, and uneven demand. So what do you guys make of the latest report in a simple sentence?
I think the cost of the tariffs going up from 1 billion to 1.5 is quite significant. I am curious to see whether Nike will be able to leverage their strength and their scale to weather that storm.
Yep, and their brand name, of course.
Yeah.
Yeah. From Just Do It, I'll say hard to do it because they've got a lot of things to figure out. Like you pointed out how China is still a bit of a drag, and there's a lot of headwinds when it comes to competition. We'll get into that in a moment. Also, I think the broader market is not that hot because you've got competition from, you might mention Lululemon.
Yes.
You're a big fan. So you're spot for choice.
I will add to that, as long as they plan to do it, all should be well.
Okay, well, Let's get a move on, guys. All right, so the bull case for Nike today. Let's talk a little bit more about this. Well, we've got wholesale and momentum and retail partnerships being one of the factors of the bull case. After all, wholesale is growing meaningfully well. It suggests that Nike is rebuilding relationships with retailer partners, which is likely to amplify distribution reach without bearing all the cost. Now, the second point that you investors might take note of would be the core product strength. After all, Nike is refocusing on its athletic DNA. We're talking running, training, and performance lines. I think this is significant because when I shop at Nike these days, I tend to see them moving more towards the lifestyle, more so than just sports, which what they were fundamentally based on, right? So rather than fashion and lifestyle drift, that hasn't exactly been taking off very well for them. So if the sport offense strategy sticks, it might likely recapture premium customers as well. And Ryan, I know you're a huge basketball fan.
Yeah.
And you play a lot of it as well. Who's your favorite team?
Oh, right now, gosh, I don't have one. If I had to choose, the Phoenix Suns.
Really?
Ooh.
Really? Not Golden State?
Nope, not
Not
on the Golden
OKC?
State bandwagon.
I thought he was a
okay.
Golden State Warriors fan before.
Ryan
But-
was.
Yeah, was he?
Yeah.
No,
I think
no,
so.
not me.
No, never. Okay,
Change of
maybe that was
heart.
Audrey. Okay.
Yeah, perhaps. But yes, so we've got, Nike sending US basketball stars like LeBron James over to China recently as ambassador, as he expects sports like running and basketball to drive growth in the region. Is it likely to spur you to buy some of his products, Ryan?
Maybe if you're a fan, typically these fans are quite hardcore. They will just buy whatever the stars endorse. So why
That's a
not?
fair point. Okay, now let's talk about tariff mitigation strategy as well. Nike is planning a surgical price increase and supply chain diversification to absorb some of the tariff impact. And if those moves succeed, that is likely to soften blow to margins. Brand power and inventory reset is also one to watch. After all, they are working to clear the excess inventory. That is so that they could start selling full price and gradually return to profitability with their latest products. So if they can normalize inventory levels, margin recovery should likely follow as well. Now, valuation upside and analyst optimism is some of the other factors to look out for. After all, analysts believe that the stock is pricing too much pessimism, and given Nike's scale, its brand equity, and of course its legacy, it does seem like, a disciplined turnaround could likely deliver outsized returns if the macro environment improves. And I see that they just released their latest campaign known as Skims. Have you seen that before?
Yes. This
It's
is
in
the one.
collaboration with Kim Kardashian.
Yeah, this is
okay.
interesting to me because Adidas had this collaboration with Kanye West,
Yes.
who is the ex-husband of Kim Kardashian.
Yes.
So they've gone
That's
the other direction.
It is a
somewhat.
tough one, but we're seeing how a lot of this, we've got some of these larger female crowd,
Yes.
who looking at these athleisure wear. After all, it's founded by Kim Kardashian and is in hopes to get them to perhaps just buy more of these leggings.
So it's to appeal to this demographic,
This specific demographics.
active, young athleisure market.
Well, it seems like they're keeping up with the Kardashians, huh?
Yeah. Very good, Iman.
Nice.
I missed the boat earlier when Ryan mentioned the two of them, but
Yeah, he was getting really excited, smiling at me and waiting for the
Been
joke.
waiting for that, yeah.
Okay, all right. Now let's talk about the bear case, guys, because this is hard to ignore. We've got consumer weakness and discretionary risk, which we've already mentioned before. Tariff and cost pressure, $1.5 billion of expected tariff hit is real and is likely to derail them and also hurt their margins. China struggles as well. Are you guys fans of China products? Have you
Yeah.
seen any of their brands?
If you go Shopee, they are pretty much everywhere.
Yeah.
The options look just as good and at a better price.
Oh, a fraction of a price, if I say. So, stiff competition and declining demand is likely to weigh on their margins.
Yeah, and they also use the NBA stars to endorse them. So it's almost foot for foot, or at least on the same standing on some fronts.
Tough fight there, Ahmad. Are you a fan of China-branded athleisure wear?
I can't say I own much China-branded athleisure wear, but if it comes at a fraction of the cost, then I would consider it for sure.
All right. Okay. Next up, we've got execution risk. The path back is not linear after all. Nike has already admitted it. And it did say that a single misstep or supply chain disruption is likely to, derail their momentum as well. So competitive pressures from the likes of brands like Hoka or On Holding, that is, a fast-growing niche on athletic wear. And it's likely to eat up some of their earnings in certain segments or regions of the world. But having, said that, we've weighed in a lot of the goods and the pros and the cons of Nike. So I suppose the verdict for me has got to be a not. Until I start to witness some form of change in Nike.
So Nike not doing it for you, huh?
Not doing it for
enough
me.
signs, I suppose, to get you confident. So I'm with you there because there has been a lot of changes at Nike, including a new CEO. So he's been trying to change things, including their relationship with wholesale channels. So for some time, Nike was trying to do it themselves, using their own websites, going direct to consumers, and forsaking some of their partners. So now there's a bit of a mending of relationships and sales channels. So they've got to get that sorted out.
Okay, I'm going to jump on the semi-optimism bandwagon because I feel like they're in the early innings of some kind of turnaround. Some momentum is building. They're doubling down on more innovative product lines and doing away with some lifestyle product lines. So why not look to the future and say, just do it?
Just do it. And that would pretty much wrap it up for analysis of today's Stock in Focus, Nike. Okay, guys, how did Just Do It come about?
I imagine some marketeer during some meeting said, hey, nice tagline, let's do this.
It actually came about because it was inspired by Gary Gilmore's last words. He's a serial killer, apparently.
Wow.
Yeah, he said, let's do it, before he was apparently taken off.
Goodness gracious me.
Yeah.
So dark.
So, it's a
Very
bit dark, yeah. But the famous Nike logo, a solid swoosh, was designed by just $35. Can you imagine that?
Wow.
Yeah, by a student
Steal.
at Portland State University. Then later, she was given more than $640,000 worth of Nike products.
I could do it too. Yeah.
Okay. That's simple. I'll give you a cross, Ryan, for $5.
Ryan, just do it.
All right.
Just do it.
Too late.
Okay, so guys, what kind of footwear do robbers use for sneaking around?
That's easy. Sneakers.
Yeah, good. Okay. Nikes or Adidas. So what did the sneakers say when it sneezed?
I don't know.
Sneaker chew.
A shoe.
Hey.
Close.
And that's all we have for Nike.
Before acting on the information on Money FM, please consider if it's suitable for your own investment objectives, financial situation, and risk tolerance.
Money FM 89.3